Indie filmmakers Justin Benson and Moorhead seem to be building their own shared universe by stealth tying in their new, acclaimed SF horror movie The Endless into their first, also acclaimed, feature, Resolution, with as little fanfare as possible. The early film forms a puzzle piece that fits inside the bigger picture of The Endless, the story of two brothers, played by Benson and Moorhead, who escaped from a UFO death cult, only to decide to return 10 years later, which expands on the themes and ideas explored in Resolution, and even brings back some familiar faces. Advertisement. Continue reading Bella. It feels very modern, not like a series telling one story after another, but building related but standalone stories into a larger world the way the MCU and the Conjuring films have done so successfully. But please don't call it a shared universe. They don't really connect to each other in the way that Marvel movies connect or even the way the Conjuring movies connect, Moorhead told Digital Spy of Resolution and The Endless, the latter of which happens to be the best horror movie of 2018 so far. According to Rotten Tomatoes, we still haven't completely found anything that accurately describes it. We like to say that they fit each other like puzzle pieces, or they complete each other's mysteries in some ways. But no, when we started making this, the idea of people thinking we were making a cinematic universe was a very scary arrogance to us. Like, who watched Resolution? Nobody watched Resolution, but we're going to make another one. We now realize that nobody seems to care, but it definitely offended our humility, but we wanted to tell the story, and we were just trying to find the right words for it. Advertisement. Continue reading below. That humility is more than just a boast. You could watch either film without realizing the other exists, and the Resolution plot elements appear in The Endless without any winks, nods or other attempts to draw attention to themselves. The movies were always connected at 1,000 different points, said Benson. And especially on rewatch, you'll catch even more little things in spaces where they connect up. It's an interesting situation where, you know, again, we made Resolution in 2012. We had no careers as directors at that time. We just went into the woods with our friends and made a movie with the money in our checking accounts, but for some reason, over several years, we kept talking about characters in that film and the mythology of that film. We were really inspired to tell another story in that universe. However, we're also very well aware that Resolution is a tiny movie that most people haven't seen and that most people will never see. So it was important that the comprehension of The Endless didn't rely on seeing Resolution, but that simply it was a good inspiration point for us. And that if someone did go back to look at Resolution, it didn't mess up the continuity in any way. The Endless hints that there are more stories to be told and it's not shared universe, and the duo are hoping to get back to those. Eventually, there's a lot in both Resolution and The Endless that didn't end up on the screen for one reason or another, said Benson. There's already stories in that world that haven't been told, but yeah, there's definitely more. It will probably be quite a few years before we go back into it. For whatever reason, of all the stuff we've done, the characters of that world, if we go away from it, the characters will keep having stories, and to go back to it, we can excavate those stories. The Endless is out now in the US and will be released in cinemas and on digital HD in the UK on June 29th. The DVD and Blu-ray, which includes Resolution, will also be released on July 2nd. Want up to the minute entertainment news and features? Just hit like on our Digital Spy Facebook page and follow on our @Digital Spy Instagram and Twitter account.